So back in October of 2020, the Pentagon reported to Congress regarding the military's efforts to keep, white supremacists out of the armed forces, obtained a roll call provides more of an insight, they say, about, white supremacists in the United States military and details of the Pentagon steps to remove them. Now, they say a Florida National Guardsman told a white supremacist in an online extremism platform in 2016 that he was 100% open with his military training buddies about being a neo-Nazi in the Army. Now, they asked, are you worried about being found out by your mates or someone now being in the U.S. military? And someone say, you'll be straight. You say, surely, if they found out. Now, to that soldier, say Brandon Russell Tampa replied, I was 100% open about everything with the friends. He said, I made at training. They know about it all. He said, they love me too because I'm a funny guy, is what he was saying. Now, he says that Russell himself was sentenced to 5 years in prison for possessing bomb-making materials. And he also had a tattoo of an insignia of the white supremacist domestic terror group, Atomwaffen Division, a violent hate group, on his right shoulder. Now, the Pentagon now is using a FBI database of extremist tattoos now to weed people out. They say Army Guard officials said at the time of Russell's arrest, they didn't have that kind of database that they have now. But they said that 1 in 5 people that was arrested in the insurrection that happened January the 6th were either current military or prior military. So the new, the Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin, is now saying that he's going to root out sexual assault and he's going to root out white supremacists in the military. He said, how are you going to defend America from threats and enemies when you have the enemies within your own ranks, which is true. That is 100% true. Now, they're saying that people that was in the military or former military are highly, recruited for white supremacist groups because they want all the weapons training and they want, ways to use IEDs and all these things like that, right? In my opinion, when you have these so-called militia groups and all of that, I couldn't be president because that would be done. You know how J. Edgar Hoover went broke up the Panthers and I would be no different. You ain't about to exist now with me. Well, why you having little standing armies all over the place in America? You ain't having that. We got an army. Either you go join the army and be honorable, or you go sit yourself home somewhere. Now, you can defend yourself in your household. I take no issue with defending yourself and your property, but we're not going to be forming no paramilitary groups within the country. That's just not going to happen. Go join the military if you want to be part of a military group. And that's been a problem in America, allowing them to run around with these so-called militias. And most of these militias are white supremacist organizations. That's what they are. They claim, oh, no, we're about the Constitution. And Constitution for who? And Constitution for black people. And who joins your organization? Mostly Mzungus. And you may have a Clarence Thomas type in there or Larry Elder type in there. But that's kind of rare, too. So don't give me that. But they were saying that it's a problem. They will have to root it out, and let's see. Well, we've been saying forever that white supremacists are infiltrated everywhere. And y'all got to see that in real time on January the 6th. So what are you going to do about it? Because listen, Jim Crow Joe talks about white supremacy in his inauguration speech, but he ain't wrote one executive order against white supremacy yet. He ain't wrote a one. No Democrats come out no law against white supremacy and white supremacist groups. Have you noticed that? A whole insurrection. Oh, we need to have a 9/11 commission style, hearings because of what happened. No, you don't. You just start writing laws and say, okay, FBI, give me all the organizations as white supremacist groups. And you criminalize all that and you get them off the streets. That is just that simple. You need no commission for that. You got to prevent it from happening again. But they're not serious about getting rid of white supremacy. Like I tell black folks and other groups who may be targeted by white supremacists, when you get in power, because they're going to become the minority, you need to get rid of white supremacist groups and these white supremacist militia groups. It's going to take some laws to get rid of them. That's what you're going to have to do if you're going to stay here the rest of your life, at least. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this particular story about white supremacists. all in the military. Like I said, we knew that based on January 6th, but now the world got to see that America's military is full of white supremacists. That's what they don't like.